Hello, beautiful people. I hope this message finds you living well on purpose. Now, before I jump in, I have two things that I want to share with you. Number one, I am recovering from laryngitis. So, yes, I'm going to sound like the lady from your affirmation videos on YouTube. Sorry, not sorry. Number two, although we aren't in the room together, I am still going to ask you to participate with me both verbally and physically because it's going to help you to improve your focus, but also help to make this information I'm sharing with you today stick. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, I am Domonique from Detroit, the joy spreading emotional intelligence expert that's dedicated to strengthening the resilience of urban communities. Although I'm born and raised in Detroit, a D girl through and through, I've been living and serving the communities of Chicago for the last 15 years. So I proudly represent my city as the inaugural Miss Corporate America, Illinois. So let's get grounded. The first thing that I'm going to ask you to do is to take a deep breath in your nose and out your mouth. Next, release your shoulders from your ears. And last but not least, unclench your jaw. Now, these are some of the most common places that our bodies unknowingly hold stress, even if you feel cool as a cucumber, because oftentimes the bodies hold on to the stress that we think we have let go of. Okay. Next, I want you to say to yourself out loud, I deserve more. Go. Good job. And you absolutely do. You deserve more confidence. You deserve more clarity. And you deserve more capacity to show up authentically in every space that you occupy. And the most effective way for us to get to that place and stay in that place is by mastering the very thing that many of us were never even taught: how to manage our emotions so that we can master our mindset. But you're going to learn today. All right, let me stop playing with y'all. I am the founder and president of a company called Urban Community Alliance. And when I created my company, my lived experiences helped me to develop my signature M.O.R.E framework. That simply says that if I have a deeper understanding of myself and others, then I can build relationships that lead to elevation. And as an educator with more than a decade of teaching experience, I find joy in teaching people how to do that. I've served in the roles of classroom teacher, instructional coach, education nonprofit manager, and now I am a full-time entrepreneur with not just one, but two published books that help people heal from the things they hide from others. You know why? Because I am a master of my mindset. Now, as the saying goes, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. So my journey started a long time ago, but it was shortly after I had been diagnosed with clinical depression and anxiety while pregnant with my youngest daughter, hey, Eva girl, and working a full-time job. I like to say that my transition from corporate into education only happened because God opened the doors and I cha-cha right on through them things, y'all. By year 3 in the classroom, I had earned master teacher status, led a 30% reduction in school suspensions, and also co-founded a nonprofit organization called She Chicago, which helped reduce behavioral incidents in those girls by 62%. I was doing so well, y'all, until I found myself in a situation that triggered an emotional response in me that almost cost me my livelihood. There was someone close to me who threatened to put my children in a very uncomfortable situation. So I allegedly bust the windshield out his car with a brick because I didn't hit my intended target and had poor aim, allegedly. So about a week later, I was arrested in my home in front of my children. I sat in jail for 31 hours. And I spent the next 7 months and thousands of dollars going back and forth to court until the judge ruled in my favor and dropped all the charges. So that moment, coupled with me hearing teachers yell at students through the walls of the schools I supported as an instructional coach, showed me that I had to help people learn themselves before I could expect them to lead others, myself included. I remember thinking way back in the day, if the adults don't know how to manage their emotions, how are we expecting these babies to learn? So I knew that I had to be the change that I wanted to see. So, Domonique, what does it mean for you to master your emotions so that you can manage your mindset? You're asking some good questions. I'm so glad that you asked me that. It means taking your power back by noticing what you feel, pausing before you react, and choosing a response that aligns with who you want to be. And that's exactly what my signature M.O.R.E framework is designed to help you do. It's a simple yet powerful tool that's going to help to increase your self awareness, deepen and strengthen your relationships, and build emotionally safe environments from the inside out. So, you ready to dig in? Because I am. All right, let's go. So, repeat after me. Mastering my mindset starts with mindfulness. One more time. Mastering my mindset starts with mindfulness. All right, you got it. And M is the first letter in my M.O.R.E framework, which stands for mindfulness. I cannot, you cannot, we cannot lead others well if we're not in tune to our own emotional well being. And the key to emotional mastery is what I've coined as the 3 Ps. So I need you to write this down. The 3 Ps are to number 1, pause, number 2, process, and number 3, pivot. So on your papers, you should have written down pause, process, pivot. When you pause, you create the mental space for you to respond and not just react. I'll say that for you again. When you pause, you create the mental space for you to respond and not just react. When you're processing, you're asking yourself questions internally like, is this a them thing or is this a me thing? Does their behavior really warrant my response, or are they triggering something within me that needs to be healed? Lastly, when you pivot, again, you're going to be responding in a way that aligns with who you want to be, not just who you are in the moment. Because you, my friend, are the leader of your emotions. Your emotions do not lead you. Self awareness is just the beginning, though. So once you're able to manage your emotions, the next step is being open enough to navigate the emotions of others, which is the O in my M.O.R.E framework. Being open to perspectives outside of your own. Some people get loud, some people shut down, some people question everything. Like my 17 and my 10-year-old, but you ain't hear that from me. But when those things happen, it's emotional intelligence that teaches us to be open, get curious, and ask ourselves questions like, what might this person be feeling that they don't have the words yet to articulate? That child that shut down, maybe he's used to his voice not mattering anyway, so why is he going to speak up now? And that lady that got loud with you, she could very well be overwhelmed with financial burdens that she's too embarrassed to talk to anybody about. And then here you come asking about a task that's not due until 3 weeks from now. What? Those questions and that curiosity will help you to strengthen your empathy muscles so that you can lead from a place of understanding and not ego, and create environments that feel psychologically safe. So now let's talk about the R in my M.O.R.E framework, which is relationships. The way you respond in relationships is the clearest indicator of whether or not you become a master of your mindset. And I'm talking about all kinds of relationships, whether it is platonic, romantic, familial, or professional. When you're able to manage your emotions as well as stay open enough to navigate the emotions of others, you can establish trust, you can navigate conflict, and you can build healthy relationships that drive results. So, got a story for y'all. Like to hear it? Here it go. When I was coaching at a school on the south side of Chicago, I connected very deeply with the principal from day one. And I did this because I always held space for us to show up authentically whenever we met. Now, that relationship, coupled with the fact that your girl is great at what she does, led to her referring me to my largest client and also me getting my very first 5-figure contract. That, my friends, is the power of emotionally intelligent relationships. Elevation. That's also the final letter in my signature M.O.R.E framework. Mastering your mindset is what helps you elevate without losing yourself in the process. It helped me go from being in systems to transforming them. And it also helped me go from allegedly breaking windshields to breaking 6 figures in my first year of full-time entrepreneurship. So, what does elevation look like to you? Is it more boundaries so you can start telling people no and not feel bad about it? Is it a new role where you're getting paid what you actually deserve? Or is it more confidence to finally show up as your full self? Whatever it is, friend, I'm requiring you to master your mindset because you deserve more. And if you need some support in getting what you deserve, go ahead and scan this QR code right here and holler at your girl so that I can support you with either a one-on-one coaching session, a workshop for your team, or a dynamic keynote speech that's going to transform your community from the inside out. Love y'all. Mean it. Bye.